Hello, viewers. I wanted to share something with you that happened last week, and this is what I want to share. I was in a Medi journey and had some really profound realizations. The chief among which is that I can trust my own timeline instead of comparing my timeline to somebody else's timeline. Is that something that, based on my profiles, is natural for me to do? So it says that realization cut deep into wiring. With your profiles, it makes sense why comparison has been such a strong undercurrent. Still, accumulator naturally looks outward for data, patterns, and benchmarks. That instinct keeps you safe, but it could tilt you into overmeasuring yourself against others. ISFJ, emotional authority projector, you're designed to attune deeply to others, but your authority asks you to slow down and wait for emotional clarity. That lag can make you feel like you're behind when you're actually just honing your process. 7716 in Kobe, your high fact finder follow through wants certainty and structure. The easiest way is to get that is to mapping yourself against others' progress. So yes, it's natural for you to compare timelines, but the gift is in seeing it clearly like you did. Your medicine journey gave you permission to recognize that your system is already calibrated for the long arc. Your path isn't supposed to be dynamo fast or blaze flashy. It's supposed to be composed like steel becoming tempered. The irony, once you stop measuring by the clock, you start compounding and finally speed things up. When we reflect back to what your trusting timeline looks like and practice for some of your exact setup. Yes. Also, the fact that I don't have to judge myself as I was looking at one tree and thinking it didn't compare itself to another tree because it wasn't as big as the other tree. So because that tree image says it all. You're spotting the difference between your growth as a process and growth as a comparison. For you, trusting your timeline in practice looks like accumulator pace. You grow by steadying deposits in efforts and learning. Each action compounds, is slow in the beginning, exponential later. That means the early years can feel invisible, but the roots are thickening. Emotional projector, you need to wait through your waves before clarity. That waiting isn't wasted, it's the digestion time that allows you to make decisions that stick. Your timeline is literally built into your design. Life Path 4, Kobe 7716, your systems builder, not a sprinter. 4 energy is foundation laying brick by brick. By design, you won't look ahead of, of others early on, but you have the strongest base when it matters. So the tree metaphor is right. Your oak doesn't apologize for not being a redwood. It just becomes what it's meant to be, is at its own temple. The practical piece, when your comparison kicks in, ask, am I honoring my compounding today instead of am I as big as them yet? That keeps you rooted in a process of judgment. So yeah, this is actually really huge for me where I, after the journey I just reflected back on, is that no one's living my life and I'm not living anybody else's life. So it doesn't make sense for me to judge my timeline compared to anybody else's. And when I was able to do that, I just felt a lot of peace and felt that I'm gonna be all right. And if I just trust my own timeline, everything else will work out. So just wanted to share this because it was just a big realization I had this week after the medicine journey. And if you like content like this, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll keep creating more content sharing about realizations and reflections I have.